Welcome, Sagittarius, to your November 2025 tarot reading with me, Paula B. Energy. So glad that you could be here. Spirit's message for you today is all about big transformation, and we're going to be outlining action steps that you can use during this time of transition. So, Spirit's already revealed the cards for you. And we are going to dive right in if you're ready to shift your energy and see what's in store. First, we're going to go over your overall energy. Then we're going to see what challenge you're going to face this month. And the third thing is your action steps. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Finally, you're going to have a blessings card. It's a mystery card. We don't know what it is. I hope you'll stay for that. And if you think you know what the mystery card is at any time, please put it in the comments below. I don't even know what it is. So here we go. Now, remember to just take what resonates and leave the rest. Your main energy card this month is the Judgment card. Now, this is a card of transition. It is a card of leveling up. So this is very exciting for you, Sagittarius, because this card comes out whenever there is a big lesson that you have learned and you are ready for the next level. And that's where you are at right now. We see the angel Gabriel, and he is blowing the horn, and those dead are rising to their new spiritual life. So lots of big energy here for you, Sagittarius, in the month of November. And you may be having a lot of changes going on. Perhaps you're looking at the world and seeing the change. Perhaps you have big changes happening in your life. For you, this type of transition could look like moving job, moving home, perhaps big relationship changes. All of that is very big transitional energy. And maybe perhaps biggest of all, it might be transition energy of leveling up inside. Maybe you've been doing a lot of spiritual work and you're really at this point feeling like you're ready for your new life. All right, now let's go ahead and see what your challenge is this month and how this is going to turn around with Spirit's guidance. Your very first card, I'm going to show it to you the way it came out, is the Six of Wands reversed. Here's what it looks like upright. Now, in the upright position, this is the card of victory. This is a card of knowing what you want and going after it and seeing some success. It's not the culmination of that because we're not at the 10 or the end of the suit. It is Wands energy. That's all about fire. And fire energy is drive and passion and action, right? You receive this card reversed in this upside down position. And typically when a card is reversed, the way that I read intuitively is that it's energy that's a little bit stuck. It's not quite the full balanced representation of the idea behind the card. So in this particular representation, you start out with a victory, but the message I'm getting from Spirit is that you don't feel like you have victory. You feel stuck. You feel like things are not moving forward, or that you're trying and trying and trying and trying. You're always trying to make something happen and it just doesn't come to fruition for you. It could also be that some of you feel that, you've really been putting in the hours and doing all the things that your boss wants you to do and you just don't get the recognition. Maybe that's happening in your relationships. You're putting all of the effort into the relationship and you just don't seem to quite get back what you need to feed you in the relationship. All very valid situations. The idea behind this challenge this month, Sagittarius, is that you're feeling stuck, like you just can't move forward or like you just can't win. Now, let's pull a qualifying card. Your qualifying card for this Six of Wands reversed is actually the Queen of Wands. Again, fire energy. And so I'm going to say, Sagittarius, the Queen of Wands, she's the queen of knowing what she wants. She also goes after it, right? Remember that the queen energy, that's the feminine energy. It's a little bit more internal. So this has to do with you doing some soul searching and understanding, okay, what is it exactly that I want? Maybe the reason why your relationship isn't going the way you want. And this could be not only, love relationships, but other types as well, friendships, family. Perhaps you're not really clear on what it is that you want out of the relationship. And deep down, there is always something that we want out of a relationship for it to be fulfilling for us. The Queen of Wands knows what she wants. So this is the part of the challenge for you this month, Sagittarius, is that knowing what you want can be a challenge sometimes. Often we're just moving through life and we're just kind of having to go with the flow. We have so many responsibilities. We don't take the time for self-reflection. The Queen of Wands. She's very tapped into what she wants and feeling that fire and passion and drive that the Suit of Wands is all about. Now, let's go ahead and see what are the action steps that we're going to need to take to turn this around. Your very first card for action steps is 10 of Pentacles. Now, let me zoom in here. 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy, so it is a little bit slower. And Pentacles have to do with our resources. Now, this can be any of our resources. So this could be our health, our money, our career, our relationships, our time, our energy, any of the things that support us, our resources. Now, in the 10 of Pentacles, what we see here is we really see a young couple with their child and their pets, and we see them, they appear to be very happy, they appear to be well-to-do, they have really planned for their future. They've taken action steps, and you see the tarot reader here at the bottom, and she's pulling a card for them. So we see that she's seeing their future, and the future looks bright. The idea behind the 10 of Pentacles is the idea of a legacy. What do you want to leave behind? But more than that, it's the culmination of all the hard work that you've done to build your resources. So as far as an action step goes, this card is very indicative of you taking concrete steps to build. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, build your relationships. Actually spend the time with people. You can't have friends unless you are a friend, right? That type of thing. I know that you've been building and you've been putting in the work because we saw that you feel like you're stuck and you just can't win in the situation. It's going to be a time of you being able to analyze, and let me bear in mind that your qualifying card is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is mind energy. It's the energy of thinking, right? Swords is the element of air, and has to do with really being clear in your thought processes, reasoning things out. So it's time to take a look wherever you're feeling stuck, Sagittarius. It's time to take a look at those areas and analyze it from a logical perspective. Take your emotion out of it and analyze it from a logical perspective and see, what do I personally need to change in order to build this thing up? Am I working towards the legacy I want to leave behind, whatever that is? Now, when we talk about legacy, a lot of people are kind of disconnected from that. What it really means is, what do you want most out of life? How do you want your life to be? What do you envision it being, and how do you envision it feeling, right? Because it's our feelings that help us feel fulfilled. And that's really what we're looking for in life. We're looking for that emotional fulfillment. So your action steps this month, Sagittarius, are going to be some self-reflection to see what it is that you want, and then analyze, what could I do to achieve that? What are some little baby steps that I could take today that can do it? I know you can do it, Sagittarius, because you've come this far and you've already done the hard work. You got the Judgment card, and that's the card of you've already completed big life lessons. So I know that you're able to handle this. Okay, so those are your action steps. Now we need to know what the Blessings card is. And if you think you know what it is, please put it in the comments below. I'm thinking that it might be a Nine of Cups, or it could be maybe Queen of Pentacles, or even the Empress. That would be a really awesome card. Let's see what it is. It is the Page of Pentacles. All right, so your blessing this month, Sagittarius, more pentacles, earth energy, and the pages are all about learning.